It's your boy AJ back with another freaking video, and today I'm here with another series review. Today we're going to be talking about College Hill. Now child, this is my first time ever watching College Hill. I have never watched College Hill. I was going to watch last season because Big Frida and Dream Doll was on there, but those was the only two people that I liked on there, and I was like, well child, I'm not interested, so I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to miss out on Big Frida and Dream Doll. But this season, girl, they got the best and the best of who's and who's, and they got some old nasty pieces on the show. So girl, we're going to get into the review. Anyways, let's run the intro. The episode opens up with Tiffany coming into the house first. Now she runs into the house, she sees her room, she's like, okay, this is a lovely room, and she's looking around the house, right? So as she's looking around the house, Quay comes in and she's like, she doesn't know who it is at first, so she's kind of looking. So as she's looking around the house, Quay starts to come into the house and she's kind of looking because she doesn't like recognize who that is, and she's like, oh, that's a man. Oh, and he opens the door, girl. He opens the door in the middle of huffing to say, that's a man. He opens the door and she's like, ah.
Oh, that's a man. Yeah! Oh my god! Hey, baby!
So she's talking about some, oh yes, and I am crying because girl, not that's a man. That's a man, I don't know what it had to do with anything, Tiffany, and they wrong for keeping it in the edit, but I was hollering on the floor. Now, O'Reilly, girl, he coming on in. And I'm thinking like, okay. I'm looking, but then I think about them jumper jacks. And I remember them jumper jacks, and I'm thinking about how he had a little turtleneck, and I'm thinking about never mind. But I'm looking at the skin, I'm looking at the lips, I'm looking at the dress. I said, please go get that snip that I got you. Now in Orion'S opening confessional, he's talking about who he is, and he's saying, you know, you might have known me from the jumping jacks, and of course you know my brother, and I had a child with Janae. Now I had no idea that he had a child with Janae because I'm not into the Bryan brothers or Janae like that. Beautiful brothers, beautiful Janae.
I've dated and had a child with Janae Aiko. You might have seen them jumping jacks on OnlyFans.
But I didn't know that. But I'm thinking, I'm looking at him like, why he's saying in the confessionals. I'm like, girl, that was unneeded. You didn't have to sprinkle that in. Like, that was unneeded. So after that, Jocelyn comes in. She's high as a kite, girl. Tiana Taylor's baby daddy, what's his name? Actually husband. Big Lips come on in following Jocelyn, and everybody's just coming on into the house. Now in the room with Jocelyn, it's this like PP or something like that on the bed, so they didn't know who PP was, girl. But we end up finding out that PP was Parker. Now I don't like Parker. I'm gonna call her Trashy Parker because she's a trashy girl. So Trashy Parker comes on in, and I'm looking like, oh my goodness, because I can't stand Trashy Parker. Let me backstory real quick, then we're gonna get into the review. The reason I don't like Trashy Parker is because I can't stand that Trashy Parker ran her little ass over the, what's his name, Chris Sales, after Queen had been very open about their relationship and how trash it was just on some clicks. Trashy Parker tried to get some money, tried to get some clicks, tried to get some extra clout over my homegirl Queen Naja's situation, and I'm still beefing with her to this day, and it's been years, okay girl? So Trashy Parker, I don't like that. You know, Queen Naja's my girl, you know, she checks on me every now and then, like real shit. That's my girl. So Trashy Parker comes on in, and I'm giving her my bombastic side eye. So she ends up finding out that Jocelyn is her roommate, and she is overly ecstatic about Jocelyn being her roommate. I mean, she's jumping up and down. She's real, it's like fan out, like you know she watches Zeus the Cabaret, because she fanning out over Jocelyn. I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody fan. I ain't never, now Jocelyn is, you know, she's a funny girl, but I ain't never seen nobody fan out over Jocelyn.
Are you PP? I'm PP. Oh, that's your roommate. That's so good. My roommate. Yes. Oh my god. Miss. No, I'm not. Yes.
But then Atheist Amber comes in and Ray J follows. So that is the cast for, I think I didn't forget anybody, but that is the cast. So Tiffany and Quay are outside talking, and Tiffany ends up opening up about, you know, she's been depressed and she's been eating and stressed out because she lost her dog. She had her dog for X amount of years. I think it was like 13 or either 12, I can't remember. But she's saying like she had her dog for a long amount of time and she lost her dog, and ever since then she's been feeling like up and down and depressed and stuff. So then Jocelyn kind of walks into the conversation. She's like, oh, what's going on? Like, what's going on? So Tiffany ends up retelling the story to Jocelyn. She's like, she said about her dog, and Jocelyn like, what happened to the dog? And Tiffany's like, oh, my dog passed away, and it was a baby to me. And she's like, they're going through the emotional thing, they're just explaining it. And I totally felt how Tiffany felt, because I had a dog since I was an itty bitty baby, girl, itty bitty baby that passed away. I think Candy passed away 11th grade, so it had to be, and I had it all the way, I think, in elementary. So I understand about having a dog for a long amount of time and losing it. So I was totally feeling how Tiffany was feeling. So in the middle of Tiffany opening up and telling Jocelyn how she feels about her dog, Jocelyn calls her weird and talking about some, why would you buy a dog when you know they're gonna die? And I'm looking at her like, oh my god, girl, like that's so insensitive.
I'm eating around the clock, but after this, yeah, it hurts. Because y'all bitches are weird. Who the fuck buy a dog and you know they're gonna die in like 15 years.
Jocelyn, be nice. Be nice, Jocelyn. Be nice.
I was not feeling Jocelyn. She just be so coked out and she let anything just fall out of her mouth, girl. She put anything in them nostrils and she said anything out of their mouth. And it's just so unacceptable. That conversation begins to get heated, but it's quickly de-escalated and we're gonna go and talk about what's going on inside. So Tiffany did end up switching Ray J's name out and putting it in the room with Atheist Rose, girl. And Atheist Rose is looking at Ray J like, oh, I'm not, you know, it's not giving it.
You had that by yourself. As a woman, you just take the whole bathroom.
And I'm thinking like Atheist Rose, you can sit in here, but I understand why she didn't want to do that. But anyway, skip past that, girl. The next day, they end up going to school. We're not gonna really talk much about the school. Let's talk about what happened after school. So Tiffany is sitting outside, and I can't remember how the conversation happened, but Jocelyn ends up walking out, and you know they end up talking about the passed away dog. So you know Tiffany's like, you know, I'm having a hard time. I lost my daughter. That was my baby. Jocelyn's like, oh, I'm sorry, and she ends up, you know, hugging her and giving her love, right? So they have this big emotional moment. Jocelyn is like, you know, supporting Tiffany and, you know, really being there for Tiffany. And I'm thinking like, oh my goodness, finally Jocelyn came around, because you can understand like sometimes animals are your babies, definitely if you had them for a long amount of time. So I'm thinking in my head like, okay, Jocelyn came around, girl. But the very next day, Trailer Trash Parker is sitting in the room gossiping with Jocelyn. Now, Jocelyn was under the illusion that Tiffany lost her daughter, her actually child. So why are y'all even gossiping anyway? If you're under the thought of, you know, Tiffany lost her actual daughter, a human, why are y'all in this damn room gossiping?
When I found out Tiffany lost her daughter, I was very upset. I love my daughter, but she left me. I'm sorry, Cindy. Because
So Trailer Trash Parker and Jocelyn are sitting here gossiping, whispering at that on national TV about Tiffany. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Now Parker ends up telling her like, oh, Jocelyn, it wasn't her actual baby, it was a dog. And Jocelyn's like, a dog? And Jocelyn gets heated. She's upset, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, like you about to OD. So Jocelyn busts in Tiffany's room and she automatically starts giving her the smoke. She's like, if I would have known it was a dog, I would have never hugged you, bitch. But Jocelyn is crazy. She's like, I would have never hugged you. I'm taking my hug back, and I have a daughter. She's just going off, and she's going off, and they're going back and forth, and it's getting so rowdy, girl. It's getting ghetto.
If you don't want to understand that, that's fine. But what you're not going to do is put a position in me to feel like I have to defend myself and how I feel about my daughter.
No, because she's not a real person. She's a dog.
And that's my right to feel how I feel about her, though. And I'm not going to have to explain that to you ever.
So after Jocelyn is telling Tiffany that she would have never hugged her over no damn dog, baby, Tiffany is saying like, that was my baby. So Jocelyn's like, what can I do? And Tiffany's like, leave.
We have this conversation later.
No, you said it was a girl.
Jocelyn don't want to leave. How you gonna ask somebody what you need from me, and then when they tell you what they need from you, you don't want to do? Girl, leave, Jocelyn. You're doing too much.
What can I do to help? Not say nothing about it. I won't say, because I don't know nothing about it, so that means I shouldn't say shit about it.
If you really want to help me in this moment, please leave the room.
But why?
Just the room.
But why?
Just the room.
But why? No, because I feel like you're trying me, because I'm trying to understand your situation.
You already gave me what you have given me.
I'm trying to understand
what
your
you
situation.
trying to come for me and hurt me when I'm because I'm grieving.
So then Jocelyn, crack pipe smoking ass girl, she gonna say, guess what, bitch? And when I tell you Tiffany was not having it, she said, don't call me. Let me tell you something. Tiffany said, don't call me bitch 2 times. Maybe 1.5 times. And Jocelyn did not a B, not a it, not a none of that fell out of Jocelyn's mouth no more. And I lived, girl. She shut it all the way down. I said, come on, Tiffany still got it. Argument ends up going into flames, girl, but they end up splitting them up, and Jocelyn, you know, she storms to her room because she doesn't really want to talk to anybody. I think she had a conversation outside where she was crying, but then she ended up storming her room. Now later that day, Trailer Trash Parker is sitting outside of Jocelyn in her room, and she's just knocking. Now it's been 6 hours that she been outside this door knocking, and I'm thinking like, that what you get. That what you get. You upset, you locked out, girl. Know what? That what you get. You shouldn't have been up there gossiping about Tiffany anyway. Now you told Jocelyn something that got her heated. Now she don't want to talk or be around nobody. Girl, that what you get. You sat there and stirred the pot, put some seasoning in it, tasted it. Oh, you tasted it and everything, and now you get mad when the food is cooked. How the hell do you throw everything in the pot, stir it around, and get mad that the food get cooked? Bitch, you standing outside the door because you started all of this. You started all this. Now Jocelyn don't want to be around nobody. You should have kept your mouth closed, but you was up there gossiping and whispering on national TV, girl.
Jocelyn may want to have a moment to herself to just decompress after the day that she's had, after getting into it with Tiffany. Like, that's totally understandable, but it's fucking been hours. Like, why is the door locked? I deserve to be here too. This is my space, and I know I didn't do anything wrong.
So Trailer Trash Parker is sitting outside for hours. And she ends up like, I'm not gonna do this. So she ends up joining the cast outside, and she ends up telling Ray J, like, you know, we need to have something like I'm locked outside of my room. And of course, you know, Ray J, knowing Jocelyn, he goes and handles the issue. So he ends up going and knocking on Jocelyn's door, and he's like, you know, Trailer Trash Parker Trailer Trash Parker is upset that, you know, you locked her out. And Jocelyn, of course, if anybody is coming to correct her other than the bitch that wants to do the correcting, Jocelyn's heated. So she's like, what you mean she sent you? So she snitches. So Jocelyn is heated and going on off, and I'm like, yes, Jocelyn, get her. I sat back with my arms crossed, girl, because like I said, I don't really like Parker, girl. I sat back with my arms crossed, and I said, I want to see how this gonna be. Out of nowhere, Big Lips come out of nowhere, and he's trying to calm Jocelyn down, and she feels like she's getting jumped and attacked because it's two different men trying to tell her what to do and when to do it. And I'm like, girl, somebody get her in line, okay, baby? Because I don't even know how her husband deal with her, because I'd be in jail. They finally get Jocelyn out, girl, and before she can get both of her feet out on the pavement, girl, she says, I don't have shit to say to my ex-roommate. And Trailer Trash Parker is gagged, okay? She's gagged. She can't believe that Jocelyn just clocked her. And at this point, they're getting into a little feud, but girl, Parker was spooked and nervous. So I said, I feel like girl, Parker didn't watch Jocelyn Cabaret, because when I tell you Parker got down, she got on up and she left. She looked like she was finna cry. She looked like she couldn't take the heat, girl. She, like I said, stirring the pot around. She looked like she couldn't take the heat, and the pot then popped off in her face. Jocelyn is calling her sneaky and fake and just going off and really attacking Trailer Trash Parker, girl. And I'm gagging. I'm goofing and gagging.
Me and my ex-roommate.
Ex-roommate, you kicking me out officially?
Yeah, you're not sleeping with me because you a sneaky fake lady, young lady. You know why?
It wasn't like that. No, she didn't.
But why? But you know, you're an actress. If I like the door,
But you did it multiple times today, so that's why I just wanted to make sure if there was.
All right, so guess what?
Have that.
Guess what? Go find you somewhere else to sleep at, and then you'll be straight. You don't gotta worry about it.
That's not proper etiquette.
I just am not dealing with rude ass motherfuckers for no fucking reason.
So that is where the episode ended, you guys. I thought I was going to be able to do the second episode in this video, but it's getting kind of lengthy, and I do have quite a bit of notes for episode 2, so I'm just going to split this up. Now, if you want to see me review episode 2, it's going to be up at the same time as this. They both dropping at the same time, but I just wanted to split them up and do 2 different videos. But anyways, go over there, watch that one, girl, and leave some comments under this one, leave some comments under that one, and I love y'all so much, and I'll definitely see y'all on some more reviews and some old story times. Like, I'm back in my bag. We're gonna talk. Anyways, I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.